Artists are always fascinating for their ability to come up with creative uses for things that most people just throw away. Tony Walker is a nurse who saw potential in the discarded surgical drill bits that are designed to shape or cut bone in the operating room. Well, he reasoned they could mold much more than that, and now his stone sculptures feature a folk art aesthetic that has captured international attention. It's an intriguing story, and we are delighted that Tony is here with us to share it. His story, and I have to tell you, I'm a little bit nervous just because thinking about surgical equipment right now, kind of makes you tense, and you use it to create art. And these are drill bits that would be discarded.
Correct. Yeah, the doctors use these diamond drill bits and carbide steel drill bits to shape the bone and during operations, but they only use them for a few moments sometimes and then throw them away. So seeing these beautiful diamond drill bits and carbide steel drill bits getting tossed in the trash just broke my heart. So I can scrub them with a scrub brush, sterilize them in the autoclave, and then they're good as new.
So you do clean them before you use them again?
Of course.
So basically we're saying one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Exactly. And that also tells you a little bit about my story with finding the marble blocks in the woods. You know, I saw these blocks there. Someone else would just walk past them, but when I saw the blocks, I knew that I was going to become a marble sculptor. So.
What inspired you to just say, well, I'm going to take these drill bits and start carving, in stone?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a surprise to me, too. I don't know where it came from, but it was inside of me. And like I said, I knew, something inside of me knew that that was my destiny. And it's been a great deal of fun.
Well, we have some video of you doing just that, carving with these drill bits. Can you describe a little bit about what we're seeing?
Sure. I use a Dremel drill bit, a Dremel tool. Any kind of hand drill bit drill will work. So I guess I have to say I sculpt like a surgeon in a way that they hold the drill a certain way at a certain angle. So I use that to some degree, but I'm a self-taught artist. I just have invented my own way of sculpting stone.
Well, did you have any prior background in art before you took this up?
No, this is a complete surprise to me. I consider myself an intuitive artist or an imaginative artist. I kind of invented my own way of doing this.
Well, what's been public response?
People are really happy for me because I think in some ways I'm like a hero in that I've had this vision and I had this dream, and now I've not only created a body of work that people find interesting, but now we've also opened up an art gallery in Fells Point so more people can see my work.
Well, let's talk about your creative process. Now, when you're carving, are you doing this from memory, from imagination, a combination of photos? What?
Yeah, one of my techniques is it's called carving direct, and you just begin working with the stone. You see what lines there, how much you have to work with, and everything starts from an idea. The name of our gallery is Gallery ID8, and that's the verb to form an idea. So each sculpture for me is like an idea formed in stone.
Now, carving into stone, what type of stone do you like to use?
Well, the stone that I started with was stuff that I just found around, limestone marble. But I've dabbled in granite or bluestone, anything I can get my hands on.
So not a big a margin for making mistakes.
No, initially when I first began, there was a few mistakes. I'd make a cat and I'd be going along pretty good, then the foot would get lopped off. So.
Now you brought a piece into the studio today.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about the piece and how it came about?
Yeah, I went to a festival down by Cross Street Market, and it was called the Fishtival Festival with all the fish around town. So I began showing people demonstrating my drilling technique. And it tends to draw a crowd when people see somebody working in stone. It's not something you see very often. So people would kind of ask me questions about what I was doing, and that's part of the thing I enjoy about the art too, sharing it with other people, talking about it, and really my goal is to inspire other people to become artists or to explore their art.
So the name of this piece is?
Fishtival.
Fishtival.
Yes.
Creative.
There you go.
What do you eventually want to be able to do with your art?
Well, I'm a full-time nurse at Hopkins, and that pays the bills.
Okay.
So I have less pressure with the art gallery or how much art I have to sell. So I can just enjoy it right now, but my goal eventually would be to retire and become a known sculptor here in Baltimore.
Do you have any particular challenges or advantages that you find in using the drill bits when you're doing your work?
Oh yeah, certainly. When using a chisel on stone, there's grain, just like in wood. So if you strike the chisel improperly, you can take off a piece of stone accidentally. With the drills, I can carve in any kind of shape or any angle. So it really is a unique thing. I've not found anyone else who's doing it this way. So I like that. I like the idea of being a marble sculptor. People find that kind of surprising, and then they use the drill bits as kind of a surprising technique. So I like that about it.
Well, we're very glad you came here to share this with us.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
All right, thanks
Thank
very
you.
much.
You can see the sculpture of Tony Walker at the new gallery, ID8, in the Fells Point, Canton area as part of the current show called Body Electric through April 11th. We'll be back in just a minute after a look at these upcoming shows on MPT.